Good evening and welcome to Primetime. In the celestial world of fashion and celebrity, no comet ever burned brighter than Naomi Campbell. In fact, just last week there was a report she was paid $50,000 from Jennifer Lopez herself to take a single walk down the runway and roll out a new fashion line. And after all, she is the one with the breathtaking body, the turbulent spirit, the one ready to join the party at midnight and then stay on till dawn. But tonight, a very different conversation with the girl from the rough section of South London. Tonight, the original and most exotic supermodel talks about what happens in the shadows of the fashion world, where too often the glamour is fueled by drugs. Why use words to describe her when you can see it for yourself? 5 foot 10 inches of burnished gold with Asian eyes. Naomi Campbell, an original supermodel, $15,000 an hour, and a blaze of headlines about her flamboyant style and volcanic temper. Now 34 years old, she showed up for our interview full superstar, bronze shimmer glistening on her face, trademark restlessness, her body always in motion. Ready to talk, but constantly looking away, because the topic is her struggle with addiction to cocaine, a struggle, she says, that threatened to wreck her life. Do you think if you'd kept going with the cocaine that you would have died?
Something would have happened, some self-destructive thing. I mean, there are kids now having heart attacks at 21 years old, so you don't know.
Do you remember the first time?
First
time you did drugs?
Yeah,
Was it
24
cocaine?
years old. And I was having fun, and I was living this life of traveling the world and having people just give you anything. And it was unrealistic, the life I led. And I thought, okay, I'm a rock star too. Living into this fantasy, which is really scary.
Was it always cocaine, or was it a multiple
No,
attempt?
just one.
Just one. Do you blame the people who kept giving
I don't
it to
blame
you?
anybody but myself. I did because I wanted to do it. Never blame, because if you blame, you need to go back to rehab, because it means you didn't get it.
She says it's embarrassing to look back now at her reckless outbursts, her constant lateness.
Because you just think everything is in your own time and whatever from the night before. But I think what is very scary about cocaine is that you start to feel too confident, and you start to feel indispensable, and none of us are indispensable. And you become short-tempered, you know, your little charm goes, the little glow in your face goes, you know? And you do lose weight. That's not why I did it, though, because I do love to eat. But it's a very nasty drug.
She says it's there in her eyes, a girl withdrawing from herself, hollow inside. Are there any pictures you can look at and see your face and see what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Which one?
I have a few pictures. I don't know if it's pain in the eye, but I definitely know that I was sad. I can definitely see that pain.
She had grown up in one of the rough parts of London. She's part Chinese, part Jamaican. Her mother was a professional ballet dancer who traveled constantly, leaving her children with their grandmother. And that wound, she says, is still hard to heal.
I have my mom's temperament, I think.
Oh, that temperament. The fiery one?
Yeah.
Right? Is she quick to react?
Yeah. Yeah, she is. With her kids, anyway.
And your father was?
I never met my father.
Do you know who he is? You
my
know
real
where?
father, no. And my mother doesn't want it. And my birth certificates, which the whole world has run to pick up in England to see, it says cross, cross, cross. She doesn't want it. And I've always respected her wishes.
She was in her early teens when she was spotted by a photographer in Covent Garden. In fact, she was still another starstruck girl in love with Boy George. What's your favorite of his songs?
Oh, love, do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to hurt me? In my mind, my heart is burning. Shoot the covers from the stars.
She ended up dancing in one of his videos. There she is, that's her. And when she finally hit the runways, her walk was so lithe and exotic, it didn't matter if she committed a capital offense of modeling. At the Vivienne Westwood show, she fell. A giggly tumble. It was a sensation. A museum even asked to exhibit the shoes.
I laughed at myself, the best part of it. The shoes went into the museum, and London, Victoria and Albert Museum in London, and I have the other ones as door stoppers.
So there she was, on top of the world in the early 90s, making more than $1 million a year. And by 1998, handling an addiction so bad, she was frantic, going down for the count.
Empty, just empty, 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 nothing. It's amazing. There's no quick fixes, you know what I mean? It's like we all want to be in the light, bright side of the light of the life, but that is not the bright side of life. That's bright for 10 minutes, but then it's down, down, dark.
And she says, with only greater darkness lying ahead. What was the break that led her back? That story when we return.
Coming up, her hysterical meltdowns.
I was very, very low to the bottom of the barrel. I was.
When Primetime Live returns.
It's great out here, isn't it? We're back with Naomi Campbell at the Mandarin Hotel in New York. New York is still her home. And
I love New York.
would we be surprised about how you live? Are you
I'm organized.
organized, extremely tidy?
Organized.
Everything's labeled.
Yes, it has to be because I travel too much.
And while the quartet of other supermodels so famous at the time, Linda, Cindy, that's Naomi, and Christy, while the others have pulled back, Naomi is still stopping the show at Fashion Week. Here she is just 2 weeks ago at Anna Sui. And here, closing the event for Jennifer Lopez. And there she was at the Fashion Rock concert with none other than Usher. Everyone thought they were an item, but she told me, no.
A great guy. He is so hardworking and very disciplined, very focused, and I've never seen anything like it. I have much respect for him.
Did it end hurtfully?
Did what end?
With him?
No, did nothing end it. We were never boyfriend, girlfriend. One of the reasons why I felt like I needed to pull back is because it was getting misconstrued as us being boyfriend, girlfriend. We each have our own lives and we're not.
And there are other headlines that have been hard to escape too. Time and again, stories of Campbell lashing out, even hitting people in a rage. In 1998, her assistant claimed that Campbell had grabbed her by the throat, assaulted her with a telephone, and punched her in the shoulder. After a 2-year court battle, Campbell pled guilty to assault and agreed to seek help.
I didn't just have anger management, I had an addiction.
An addiction then, but we wondered, what about the headlines just last year? More accusations from another assistant. This is 2004. You head-butted her,
And
bit
it's
her
not
lip,
true.
pulled her hair, called her a worthless bitch.
I actually,
because
you know what?
she booked the wrong hairdresser.
If I was to headbutt someone and bite, there's no way I wouldn't have a lump on me or anything. And we've received a letter from her since this, and it's not that at all.
She's changed the story? Or?
It's just money. It's just money.
But do you feel you're in a sort of
Pattern? Yeah, do. I feel I'm in a pattern and target, but I'm not asking for pity. I'm honest. I can be angry and mad with someone that deserves it or has done something to me, but now it's like you're not going to get to bite that goat as easy as you could before because I've had to learn from my mistakes.
And the biggest mistake, that cocaine use.
that brought her to the edge of despair. She says one night, a friend tried to help.
She wrote the number of the doctor that I had loved and who was also in my life today on a piece of paper, and she said, "You call when you're ready. I'm not going to push you. I'm not going to tell you have to. You'll call."
It was the next morning that Campbell arrived at a photo shoot, so wasted, she says she collapsed on her knees in wild and desperate sobs, as if her soul was cracking apart.
Did you ever think of taking your own life?
I was very, very low to the bottom of the barrel. I was. And because of that drug.
Do you think you ever would have hurt yourself?
No. I think that's a cry for help. I am a fighter in respect. I don't want the easy way out.
Did you ever say, "I am an addict"?
I did. When I was on my knees, yes, I did. And I said, and what more does it take for you to now see you're on your knees? So you can be on your knees physically, spiritually. And some stories you hear means you lose everything. Spiritually, everybody's fall on their knees is different.
1999, Naomi Campbell finally headed to rehab. Later, she would set legal precedent by suing a tabloid for photographing her after leaving one of the rehab meetings. She sued for invasion of privacy, and she won.
You know, I get up at 6, clean the tables in the canteen after breakfast, and I got to hear real stories, people from all over the world. I learned so much.
Learning not only about cocaine, but other struggles like anger.
What did you learn about the root cause, though, and did you surprise yourself?
My root cause was abandonment, which a lot of people can identify with. Abandonment because my mum had to go to work and my dad wasn't there. I met. Not physical abuse, no, but feeling abandoned for a young child is mental abuse. It wasn't intentional, but I guess that's what the title it would come under, is mental.
And she says a lesson, too, about real friends, like the woman who had given her that doctor's phone number.
And I love this lady. She's still in my life. I do not want people around me that say yes. Those people are dangerous to me.
Has relapse, has it happened?
Yeah, I drank. Even though that was not my drug of choice, I drank. And I can't. So I drank and I had to get back on the wagon and go back to meetings. Day one, start again. But in terms of the other, no, I don't want. The memories that I have, my memories, were on my knees, were, I don't want to be in that pain again. I don't want to be in that place. I don't want to be just crying hysterically without taking a breath because I'm just so unhappy. I don't want that. I don't have any reason to be unhappy at the end of the day. But there's always that moment where you want to self-destruct, and I don't know what it is.
So today, Campbell says she attends Narcotics Anonymous meetings all over the world. And at the age of 34, still has a body that gives young girls a run for their money on the runways. Though she says she's ready to leave modeling in a minute for children and marriage, if she could find the right man.
Sometimes I really start to think, is he really out there, or, you know, am I just never going to find him? And then I just have to leave it to God. I really do.
Tell me about him. What's he like?
Funny. Totally makes fun of me. Not insecure of what I do.
And speaking of making fun, we had something to show her. We had seen it all over Fashion Week. A kind of tongue-in-cheek tribute from her fans.
Did you know about the T-shirt at the fashion show that says, "Naomi hit me, but I liked it"?
No. What? Oh my God. Well, I'm stunned. I don't know what to say.
Naomi Campbell, we wish her well. We'll be back.